tuning in. This is Breaking Down the Borders, and I'm Linda Furiate. Online with me today is Bettati, a full-time astrologer from Buenos Aires, Argentina. Annie, welcome to the show today. How are you?
Fine, thank you, Linda. I'm so pleased to be talking with you.
Great. Well, we welcome aboard then. Well, I know you've been a student of astrology since the early 1970s. How have you incorporated astrology into your professional life?
Well, at first I was an architect first of being astrologer. But well, when I was about 30 years old, I had a strong crisis in my life, so I decided to leave my profession as architect, and I started studying astrology. That I really was very interested. And then it was a long process, and well, I started teaching, and I started having clients, and now I earn a living being an astrologer. And I teach in a very big school in Buenos Aires, whose name is Casa 11, the 11th house. And it's very nice to work in astrology, really.
And then how is astrology accepted in Argentina?
Well, day by day is more accepted. Some years ago, it was not so accepted. As it's quite similar as in the U.S. But now, very psychologists are working with astrology. So day by day, more people are interested in astrology, and we have a lot of students at the school.
And then your lecture is Friday, November 19th at 3 p.m., and you'll be talking about the 7 years crisis. Give us a little taste of what we can expect to learn by attending your presentation.
Well, I'll try to explain the different phases in our life. And these phases are conditioned by different transits of the planets like Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. And each 7 years we experiment strong crises that make us change. And we have the possibility to change. Of course, it's not always for everybody, but we have this opportunity. Because we can change when we have crisis, and these aspects of this planet makes that we can open our mind to a different possibility in our life.
Okay. Now, when working with a client and you know they're about to enter a crisis phase, what kind of advice do you give them to make this a smoother transition?
Well, I can explain, for example, which are the energies that maybe he's experiencing. For example, if he's under a strong influence of Saturn, this person is important to structure. There is a time to structure. Sometimes we need to differentiate from all structures and to change our structures. So there are some moments in our life when we have the opportunity to change our structures. For example, in the first Saturn return, we have this opportunity. We have the opportunity to change, to begin a new cycle of Saturn. But in order to be able to live a new structure, we have to differentiate from the past. And the planet who helps us to differentiate is Uranus.
Okay.
So Saturn and Uranus work together. There are a relationship between these two planets. And yes.
Oh, go ahead. You're doing great. I was going to ask you what the relationship between Saturn and Uranus is, just to give us a little, just to teach us a little bit.
Yeah, it's very important, because if you leave Saturn without being in contact with Uranus, maybe this Saturn is going to be too hard and too rigid. If you leave the Uranus energy without the contact with Saturn, you are going to be a rebel. It's necessary to connect Saturn with Uranus so that you can get your own structure that differentiates from the past, from the structure of your parents, from the structure of your family. You know? And so there are some moments in our life when we have strong opportunities to be in contact with our own singularity.
Now, how can someone learn more about your talk at the Breaking Down the Borders conference in November?
Mm-hmm. Excuse me?
How can someone learn more about your talk? Is there a website we can direct people to learn more about the conference?
Yes. Unfortunately, we don't have books that explains too much this subject.
Okay.
Well, in the web page of Casa Once, we have some articles where we can read about this subject.
Right. Now, I was asking about the Breaking Down the Borders conference. The website, do you know the website?
Mm-hmm.
It's
of the conference?
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, you mean that, maybe I'm going to write some articles in order that people can have access to the information.
Right. Well, the Astrology Conference website is astrologyconference.org, and if someone wants to learn more about Annie Bettati, how can they get a hold of you?
They can go to the casaonce.com webpage, and they will find information about me.
Great. Now, Annie, we're just about out of time. Do you have any final comments regarding the conference or your work? Well,
I combine my activity teaching and having clients. And, I love doing astrology, and it's a great tool to open our mind and to understand life in a different position.
Great. Well, I'm Linda Furiate. This is Breaking Down the Borders. Annie, I really appreciate you being with us today. Take care. See you around the globe.